That's why a lot of these celebrities that start these things, they can't keep up. You know, like the Meghan Markles.
Just can't leave us alone, can you? Oh my God, he's so obsessed with us.
But you're the same.
You're the same.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Like, guys, you don't got to do this. Please, I'm begging you to stop.
Let's have a bit of a laugh at Harry and Meghan's expense because I've finally caught up with this South Park episode.
It's quite vicious in a way, but quite funny as well.
What matters is what we have on the inside.
Time to do our daily $250,000 sponsored Instagram post.
I shouldn't have left the made-up nonsense.
South Park, it's come to life. That's what we're witnessing in this hospital room right here.
You can't sue a cartoon. It's satire. It is what it is.
South Park has done a parody.
My name is Megan Sussex now. Call me Meghan Markle one more time, Mindy fuck Kaling.
It has really upset Meghan Markle.
Like the gross disrespect to the intimacy and privacy of marriage and child.
The internet just exploded after South Park released what many online viewers are calling its most savage Meghan Markle parody yet, and people cannot stop talking about it. Within minutes, clips, reactions, and heated debates were everywhere, with fans arguing that the show crossed every possible line. Some online reports even claimed Meghan's team desperately wanted the episode stopped before it reached the public. Whether every rumor is true or not, one thing is undeniable. Once the episode dropped, everyone suddenly had an opinion, and the conversation spiraled out of control. This wasn't just another animated joke that people laughed at for a day and forgot the next morning. According to countless reactions across social media, many viewers saw it as a direct attack on the carefully built Hollywood image surrounding Meghan and Harry. TikTok exploded with people recreating the most outrageous scenes, X filled with non-stop arguments.
She married for money. It's very clear she bagged the elephant. She was thrilled she became a, quote, princess.
I knew her a bit before she met Harry. She was nothing like that. She didn't speak like that. Her mannerisms weren't like that. This is all fake.
You just can't keep faking it. It's too hard.
There isn't a tear in sight. It's an actor's trick.
Now make yourself cry. Oh, I do that so well. Oh my God, it's crazy.
Harry and Meghan have got the South Park treatment. The episode has just gone to air in the United States.
These two are not sincere people. They say that they want their privacy.
We want privacy.
These two are not sincere people. They say that they want their privacy while going on every television show, writing books, doing 6 hours of Netflix. They're not very likable, and people are tired of them.
Any type of flower arranging is just telling a story. What story do you want to tell? Maybe leave the country. Maybe disown your dad. Be creative with.
Memes spread at lightning speed, and YouTube creators rushed to break down every single moment. Instead of fading away, the episode became an even bigger story because the backlash and reactions refused to slow down. But here's the twist. This isn't just a cartoon making jokes. It's a full cultural hit on Meghan and Harry's entire Hollywood image. And it all started with one painfully awkward video Meghan posted herself. The episode is called Respect Our Pregnancy, but what it really does is tear apart the polished royal fairy tale from start to finish. And trust me, Meghan doesn't walk away with the last word. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will make you look at this entire story from a completely different angle.
This particular episode was quite scathing, and the grains of truth that it held. You know, I'm not sure how the Sussexes are taking it. Obviously, it is a cartoon, but there's so many moments of truth in that episode that makes it so funny.
And then they put out pictures of Lilibet, but it does. You see her half covered.
Right.
But what all you see is Meghan. So it's all about Meghan again.
Meghan Markle, they've just learned the hardest of lessons, which is, if you start a brawl, do not be surprised if you end up getting punched twice as hard. In fact, South Park has just knocked them out.
Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines? What are you suggesting? Well, I just think some people might say that your Instagram-loving wife actually doesn't want her privacy. How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy!
When was the last time you twerked, Alex? I don't think I've ever twerked in my life. You must have.
That's fine, I'll go it alone. Just like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
They say they hate journalists. Harry hates journalists. But to pay PR who say what you want and who, shape social perception in your favor while also disparaging and lying about others, thereby reaching their privacy. I think the whole, worldwide privacy tour is hysterical.
Couple have been begging for privacy, and South Park has done a parody of this, and apparently it has really upset Meghan Markle.
Your millions from Netflix for no one knows what.
Put it with the rest of them.
It starts off wild, and somehow it only gets more unbelievable. Meghan enters the episode as an over-the-top, spotlight-chasing version of herself, pregnant, glowing, and charging through a fake hospital documentary. Then, in true South Park fashion, her baby bump literally starts falling apart on camera. And no, that's not an exaggeration. That's actually how the animated story plays out. Completely over the top? Absolutely. But here's what made so many people connect the joke to real events. Long before South Park animated anything, Meghan had already gone viral after sharing a real hospital video of herself dancing while pregnant, with Harry standing nearby, awkwardly moving along in the background. The internet had plenty to say. Memes spread everywhere within hours, reaction videos piled up, and the clip quickly became a major topic online. That was the moment many viewers believe caught the attention of Parker and Stone. They took inspiration from that viral moment.
It is uncomfortable. I don't think, because she's done this before for photos, I don't think that is a real baby bump. I think
way too big. It's way too big.
And sort of too low as well.
Yeah, it's like a metre out there. I mean, it looks the wrong shape.
Where's she going to give birth there? Through her knees or something? I mean, that is too low.
Everyone says they don't have time to make homemade meals, but if you just have 3 nannies, 2 butlers, a housekeeper, a driver, and a full-time personal assistant, you have all the time in the world. Stop making excuses and start moving snacks from one bag to another.
It is elevating the ordinary little things. And who got the Kroger peanut butter? It's not even organic.
Turned the absurdity all the way up and transformed it into full-blown animated chaos. Now this is where everything really escalates. Technically, the episode wasn't officially banned or pulled, but based on widespread reports and online discussion about how Meghan's camp allegedly reacted, some people described the response as if a major crisis had erupted behind the scenes. According to those reports, her PR team allegedly went into damage control mode, legal advisors were reportedly contacted, pressure was said to have mounted behind closed doors, and every possible effort was rumoured to have been explored in hopes of stopping the episode before it finally aired. One thing about South Park is they rarely worry about making powerful people comfortable. Their style has always been to go straight for the biggest headlines, ignore the backlash, and turn public controversies into ruthless comedy. This time, Meghan and Harry found themselves right in the middle of that spotlight. The show didn't simply crack a few jokes. It turned the couple into one of the biggest recurring punchlines in modern pop culture. When someone spends years carefully shaping a public image and a show with South Park's reputation tears into that image with an animated scalpel and absolutely no mercy, the damage can spread far beyond a single episode. So how did everything snowball into this? To understand why the parody landed the way it did, you have to rewind to the moment Meghan pressed record and unknowingly handed the internet one of its most talked about viral clips. At the time, it probably seemed like a fun and personal moment worth sharing, but once millions of people started watching it through their own lens, the story quickly took on a life of its own. Picture this. Meghan appears fully glammed up, glowing like she's walking onto an award stage, except the setting is supposed to be a hospital room, only it doesn't feel like an ordinary hospital room. To many viewers, everything looked almost too polished, almost like a carefully arranged movie set. She's wearing a hospital gown with a very noticeable baby bump, the lighting looks unusually perfect, and then, completely out of nowhere, she starts twerking. Yes, dancing while heavily pregnant. Standing beside her is Prince Harry, looking as though he accidentally wandered into the wrong television show. His eyes look wide, his movements seem stiff, and he awkwardly bobs along as if he's suddenly competing in Dancing with the Stars Royal Family Edition. The video was likely intended to feel fun, relatable, and memorable. It certainly became memorable, just not for the reasons many people expected. Instead of responding with admiration, the internet answered with an avalanche of memes, jokes, and endless reactions. TikTok creators roasted it from every angle. Instagram meme pages jumped on it almost immediately. Online commentators described it with words like awkward, bizarre, and tone-deaf, while countless posts kept the conversation alive for days. One comment that spread widely joked, 9 months pregnant, but the club still calls. Just like that, what may have been intended as an honest and light-hearted moment suddenly earned a permanent place in countless online cringe compilations. And here's the part many people forget. This wasn't secretly recorded. No hidden cameras, no paparazzi hiding behind bushes. Meghan uploaded the video herself, likely expecting it to connect with people in a positive way, perhaps even become one of those memorable celebrity moments that fans celebrate. Instead, according to many online reactions, it became a turning point that challenged the polished image she had worked so hard to build. Once the social media spin disappeared and millions watched the clip on repeat, people began forming their own opinions. Even some supporters who normally defended her seemed noticeably quieter as the debate continued to grow. Entertainment commentators also started paying attention. Reports and online speculation suggested that some industry conversations may have shifted as the controversy gained momentum. There were claims that certain business relationships and future opportunities were being looked at more carefully, although those reports have never been fully confirmed. One entertainment insider was quoted as saying, "No one wants that kind of circus tied to their project." Whether that reflected a broader industry view or only one opinion, the quote spread quickly online. And just when the conversation surrounding the hospital video finally looked like it was beginning to cool off, South Park stepped in and turned the entire controversy into an even bigger cultural spectacle, making sure the buzz was far from over. South Park didn't settle for making a few quick jokes and moving on. According to many viewers, the episode took one highly discussed public moment, pushed it to the absolute limit, and turned it into something people would be quoting and debating long after the credits rolled. Meghan and Harry weren't simply the targets of a roast. Their carefully built public image was thrown into an animated blender, spun at full speed, and served back to the audience as one giant spectacle. Respect Our Pregnancy doesn't play like ordinary satire. To many people watching, it feels more like a distorted mirror reflecting the public perception that had already been building online. What that mirror shows is chaotic, overly polished, awkward, and strangely familiar. Because the moment cartoon Meghan walks into South Park Elementary to pitch her pregnancy documentary, it stops feeling like a heartfelt project and starts looking like a giant public relations campaign wrapped in a royal tiara. Every scene is designed to make the audience wonder where genuine emotion ends and carefully managed publicity begins. That's exactly where the episode begins piling on the jokes. From there, everything completely flies off the rails. Stan looks like he can see the disaster coming from a mile away. Kyle keeps searching for some deeper message hidden underneath all the madness. But Cartman? Cartman isn't interested in meaning at all. The only thing he sees is a chance to make the biggest show possible and maybe make a fortune while doing it. He immediately hijacks Meghan's entire documentary, throws on a Darth Vader helmet, drags over a coffee machine like it's priceless movie equipment, and suddenly declares himself the director, complete with fireworks blasting in the background, because of course he does. What follows barely resembles filmmaking. Instead, it becomes an exaggerated version of the kind of media spectacles people have associated with celebrity publicity over the years. Hospital hallway explosions, dramatic speeches, over-the-top entrances, awkward stunts, and one outrageous scene after another keep piling up until the entire production turns into complete animated chaos. Every headline people argued about, every public appearance that sparked online debate, and every awkward moment gets dialed up to ridiculous cartoon levels. The show doesn't hold back for even a second. But here's the part that many viewers say lands the hardest. Beneath all the explosions, jokes, and absurd moments, South Park builds its comedy around perceived contradictions that had already been heavily discussed online. Rather than simply throwing random insults, the writers focus on the gap between public image and public perception. That's why so many people felt the episode hit differently. It wasn't just about getting laughs. For many viewers, it echoed conversations that had already been circulating across social media for months. Then comes the climax, and it crashes in like a wrecking ball. Cartoon Meghan confidently walks into the hospital delivery room, dressed more like she's about to headline Coachella than welcome a baby into the world. Cameras are everywhere. Bright lights follow her every move. She's smiling, posing, soaking up the attention, and then suddenly starts twerking in the middle of filming. It's already outrageous enough to become an instant viral moment, but then the biggest visual gag arrives. The oversized pillow being used as her baby bump suddenly slips loose and drops onto the floor. That's the moment many viewers say the episode completely changes gears. Instead of simply poking fun at appearances, the scene shifts into a broader parody of public image and media narratives. The audience reaction online was immediate, with countless memes and clips spreading across social media. Many viewers laughed because the moment was so exaggerated, while others debated whether the joke had gone too far. Either way, it became one of the most talked about scenes from the entire episode. Right on cue, cartoon Prince Harry charges into the room shouting, "Respect our pregnancy," as if he's leading some dramatic royal revolution. But instead of becoming an inspiring rallying cry, the line instantly transformed into meme material. Cartman immediately yells, "That's going in the trailer," while Kyle desperately pleads for someone to stop the madness before it gets even worse. Of course, by then, it's already far too late. Cartoon Meghan has secured a permanent place in South Park history, and the biggest takeaway for many viewers was that the writers barely needed to stretch reality very far to build the comedy that kept everyone talking afterward. By the time South Park released its parody, many viewers felt the biggest cracks in Meghan and Harry's public image had already become impossible to ignore. The show didn't have to invent an entirely new narrative. Instead, it leaned into the public conversations that had been building for years. One of the biggest running jokes centered on the couple's repeated calls for privacy while continuing to appear in interviews, documentaries, podcasts, and high-profile media projects. Sound familiar? For many people watching, that wasn't seen as clever fiction. It looked like an exaggerated version of a timeline they already recognized. The more the cartoon versions pleaded, "We want privacy," while standing in front of cameras, the more audiences connected the joke to real public debates. Over time, many online commentators argued that people weren't confused anymore about the message. Instead, they had simply grown tired of hearing the same discussion play out again and again. So when South Park finally took direct aim at those contradictions, a large number of viewers didn't react with outrage. Across social media, many responses suggested people were less shocked than entertained. The episode even includes the boys questioning how someone can criticize media attention while constantly creating new media content. The joke lands because it echoes a criticism that has circulated online for years. Whether people agree with that criticism or not, the writers clearly knew exactly where to aim. To many critics, the issue was never simply about escaping public attention. They argued it was about managing the spotlight on their own terms. And whenever that control appeared to slip away, headlines quickly shifted toward public responses, legal disputes, reputation management, and another wave of media coverage. That cycle became part of the parody itself, making the jokes feel even more recognizable to longtime viewers. That's why many people believe South Park didn't invent the punchline. The show simply gathered together the public conversations already happening, exaggerated them through animation, and delivered them with its trademark sledgehammer style. Whether viewers thought it was hilarious or unfair, very few people seemed able to ignore it. By the time Meghan's team reportedly understood how much attention the episode was receiving, clips were already spreading across social media, reaction videos were piling up, and hashtags were trending non-stop. Rather than disappearing after a day or two, the discussion kept getting bigger. According to reports cited by several entertainment outlets, efforts were reportedly made behind the scenes to respond to the growing wave of attention. Claims circulated that advisors, legal representatives, and communication specialists were closely monitoring the fallout, although many of those behind-the-scenes details remain unverified. But here's the reality many entertainment commentators pointed out. Once a South Park episode enters the public conversation, controlling the narrative becomes incredibly difficult. Animated scenes quickly become memes, short clips spread across every platform, and the internet starts creating its own versions faster than any public relations strategy can keep up. At that point, the conversation belongs to millions of people, not just the celebrities involved. Reports also circulated claiming that concerns had been raised before the episode officially aired, with speculation that representatives had attempted to prevent the controversy from growing even larger. Those reports have never been fully confirmed, but they added another layer of intrigue that kept people talking. Then there's Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Over the years, they've faced lawsuits, public criticism, network complaints, and countless controversies without changing their approach. Their reputation has always been built on refusing to back away from sensitive topics. So instead of stepping back when criticism appeared, many viewers felt the attention surrounding the episode only became even bigger. The controversy itself encouraged even more people to watch, simply to see what everyone else was arguing about. And then came another round of industry speculation. Reports discussed by entertainment publications and commentators suggested the viral hospital dance video and the South Park parody may have complicated public perception around Meghan's brand. There were claims that some project discussions had slowed or become more cautious, although those reports have never been officially confirmed. One entertainment executive was quoted as saying, "No one wants that kind of circus around their production." Whether that reflected one opinion or a broader industry mood, the quote spread rapidly online. For many observers, the conversation shifted away from influence and toward questions about whether Meghan still carried the same level of Hollywood momentum she once appeared to have. She's increasingly being seen by some critics as unpredictable. Even her empowerment branding took a hit when online debates questioned whether limited product releases reflected genuine demand or simply a marketing strategy. Then came the South Park storm. Some entertainment commentators argued that studios were becoming more cautious. To them, this wasn't just another rough PR cycle. It looked like a much bigger reputation problem. Meghan may have hoped she was leading a movement, but online reactions increasingly turned her into a meme, leaving many wondering whether Hollywood was becoming more hesitant. The bigger question now is this: is there a path back, or has the public already moved on? While Meghan's team reportedly worked to manage the growing attention, the internet did what it always does. TikTok quickly filled with recreations of the famous pillow drop scene, complete with costumes and exaggerated performances. On X, side-by-side edits comparing Meghan's real video with the animated parody spread rapidly. One widely shared post summed it up by saying, "South Park did in 20 minutes what British tabloids couldn't do in 5 years." Reddit filled with debates over Meghan and Harry's public image, while YouTube overflowed with reaction videos, breakdowns, and lip-sync parodies of Harry's now famous line, "Respect our pregnancy." Suddenly, Meghan wasn't trending for charity work or advocacy. Instead, the parody dominated the conversation, with the exaggerated hospital scene becoming one of the episode's most recognizable moments. The memes only grew louder. Many viewers felt South Park simply amplified conversations that already existed. The couple have often spoken about wanting greater privacy, while critics argue they have continued appearing in high-profile media projects. That perceived contradiction became one of the episode's biggest running jokes. Then came South Park's final mic drop moment. Cartoon Meghan proudly uploads her chaotic documentary to YouTube. The hospital is wrecked, the pillow bump has already fallen, fireworks are still smoking, and she smiles as if she's created a masterpiece. Then reality arrives. 12 views, half of them supposedly Cartman refreshing the page. The ending landed because many viewers connected it to ongoing discussions about Meghan's recent media ventures. Rather than quietly hinting at the gap between image and public perception, South Park made it the entire punchline. Then Harry's animated character rushes into the delivery room shouting, "Respect our pregnancy." It was meant to sound dramatic, but for many viewers, it instantly became the episode's most quotable meme. And when Kyle asks, "Wait, are you the one who's pregnant now?" Harry freezes. Fireworks crackle, fade to black. Whether people thought the episode was hilarious or unfair, it quickly became one of South Park's most talked about parodies in years. What do you think? Did South Park simply push satire to its limits, or did it tap into conversations that were already happening online? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next deep dive into the biggest stories everyone is talking about.